everyone, this is Daisy. I hope you guys are doing good. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for following me, for subscribing to my channel. And if you've been following me for a while, thank you, thank you, thank you. So what you see here is a pocket Finsbury Filofax. So it's a Filofax Finsbury in black in pocket size. Now, previously last week when I showed you guys my Stology, which is this one, black also, I was using it as my bullet journal, and I love bullet journaling, but I also started journaling here. And so let me show you guys, just like flip. So I started journaling. Here's after my, there's like a little journal page and stuff, and like stuff like that. And then here I drew kind of like a dinosaur because I went to see Jurassic World. And so I love this for journaling. And so I decided that this is going to be strictly for journaling. And I even have a little sticker here that says memories. So like I've said before, I do have an Erin Condren and I do put pictures in there. But it is like the space for the pictures is tiny. And so I can't really get into details, like really, you know, like write a lot about it. So I just write like, you know, my tasks and stuff like that. And I do put like, do write about the pictures, but there's like a limited space where I can, you know, write stuff. And so I wanted to use a journal because I do like journaling. I've always been the journaling type of person. Growing up, I always had a diary. How many of you had a diary? And I remember I would love to find my childhood diaries. That would be fantastic because then I could look back. But I was always a diary person and a journal person, and I had all these journals and stuff. And so now that I started journaling in here, it just kind of brought back all these like feelings of like how good it feels to like write down, you know, and write down like how you're feeling and stuff like that. And it's just a good reflection because when you're feeling down or you have like a bad day, you can always look back to your journals and see like positivity and stuff in there. So anyways, I won't ramble too much about my Stology notebook. So let me get right into this pocket setup. So in here I have an ollie clip, and then I have two pens in here. So this one's the tool pen, the needle point. And then this one is my letter pen. Yay! I brought it back. So I had previously showed my setup before in my pocket. I had the letter pen, and I love this letter pen. So I brought it back out again. And so what I have in here is I have a little Audrey Hepburn. It was a paper clip. And so I took it off the paper clip and I attached it to like polka dot paper, and I just stuck it in here. And then I have two stencils in here. Let's see, these are both from Dear Lily Designs, and this one is the tracker, like a habit tracker, so you can use it as a habit tracker, but then you could also use it to write down like a calendar. It has 7 days, 7 boxes across, so you can use it for that too if you wanted to like draw out a calendar or stuff in your layout. Okay, then the next one I have in here is it's just the weather one, so that in case if I want to draw the weather, then I can do that. Then in here I have this little paper. Let's see, let me take it out. So I have this little paper because I was watching a YouTube video, a preacher on a YouTube video, and he was just, the message he was giving was really, you know, was about grace and God's grace and stuff, and everything that he was talking about, you know, and then towards the end he was talking about everything that God does and God is, and I just wrote down what he said, and it's front to back. And so I just have it here as a reminder that God is graceful, and that God is wonderful and graceful, and he gives us his grace, and we're blessed. So anyways, here is my vision board, and this one I had showed it previously in my pocket setup, and it hasn't changed. It's pretty much the same. It's inside like a little clear pocket top loading envelope. Here's the front, here's the back. And then here, what I did was I took one of those Foxy Fix dashboards, clear dashboards in pocket size, and I cut slits into it. Do you see the holes here? And so what I did is I just kind of inserted that little project life card that I have with a picture of my dogs and my husband. And that way I don't have to stick it in here and it's hiding. I actually have it here in the front. And then this is a little sticker that I had. It says give love away. And I attached, this is a pen loop little thingy that I purchased from Amazon, and I had there among my stash. So I just attached it here. That way I can carry 2 pens in here. Then in here is my positive affirmations that I have that I showed previously. And then here's my daily tasks, things that I do on a daily basis, some sticky notes that I have in here. So in a previous setup, I had showed these dividers, and I have a video on how to make these. Now for these dividers, I opted, I made a new set, and I opted to not make the side tabs. I opted to just use my label maker, and I made little top tabs. So I have 7 sections in total, which is goals, projects, month, my plans, my personal, my family, and then my list section. So in my goals, I have the same thing that I had previously. If you haven't seen any of my previous setups, you might want to see the last one that I did. I really go into detail about like goals and stuff. But these are all my goals, my in 5-year plan, 2018, my top 6 goals. And then here, like I broke it down to monthly, weekly, and daily to-dos. The other thing I added was, this is a little clear, let's see, can I take it out? Okay, okay. So this is a little clear fly leaf, that's what it's called. And it was personal size, so I cut it. It was in my personal size planner. And so I cut it, and I cut it to pocket size, and I put it here to separate my goals from this little thing that I added here, which is the 7 habits of highly effective people. On Instagram, I posted a picture because I was reading the book. I've been reading the book late, catching up and taking notes and stuff. And so I created like a little mini version of it. So here's the 7 habits and what each one represents or what it means. Then here is my circle of concerns and my circle of influences. This I had drawn in my last, if you see the previous week's bullet journal setup, there's that circle, and I explain it more, so I won't explain it here because I don't want to go spend too much time in this video. This is the quadrant of it's a quadrant of 4, and this is pretty much where you should be focusing most of your time on, and then this is where you should be avoiding. So that's based on the book. And then here is my 4 dimensions. 4 dimensions of renewal. Sorry, my mouth is all gibberish. So the 4 dimensions of renewal are the 4 aspects in your life where you should be focusing more on. So they consist of body, mind, heart, and spirit. And I pretty much just made a list under each category of how I'm gonna work on each thing. And then I put a little note here that says like what the whole point of these each area is. Here is like focusing on your health. This one's self-improvement. This one has to do with relationships and stuff. This one has to do with your faith and your beliefs. So that's what I have in that section. Then I have my projects, and so all of this stuff right here, I typed it up. So this is all typed up by me. My projects, this one is from Peanuts Planner Co. And it's the categories, listed categories insert. And so I added an extra line. It's either, you can have the option to print the one with 3 columns or 5 columns, but I only needed 4. So I printed the one with 3 columns and just added an extra line. And here are my projects list. And then I have my categories, like what each means. If I put a little star, it means it's priority. I need to do it soon. The dot means that I started. The check means completed. And then the arrow, that way means that I moved it to my someday list. And then the back is empty, so I can write more things. Then here's my someday list. And my someday list is things that I don't have a specific timeline. I just can do it whenever I have time or somewhere in the near future. And then here I have my arrow in case I decide to move it into the projects list. The started is a dot, and then the completed is a check mark. And then here is I have, these are the Filofax inserts, and these are the to do, let me see, I think I have a blank one in here. Okay, there it goes, that's a blank one. So what I have in here are things that I have to print for my Polaroid zip printer. I need to print some pictures, and so I pretty much just make myself a list so I can print it, because these are pictures that are gonna go in my Erin Condren. And let's see what else. Then I have my month section, and then here I have that Filofax 2018 year at a glance, and then it has a 2017 2019. So you can just see, get an idea. And then I've just been putting a little sticker for every month that passes by. Even though June's not done, I already put a little sticker there. And then I have the 2018 holidays. This one was a pre-printable from So Much Crafting, and I've just been highlighting the holidays that passed by. Here is my monthly planner routine that I go by when I'm doing my monthly planning. And so what I did, because I knew I was going to reference this often, I cut slits. I like to cut slits on a lot of my inserts so I can take them out and put them back in, and that way I don't have to keep opening and closing my rings, because I feel like that damages them. So I can just take it out when I'm planning and put it back in. And then here is a clear acetate paper from Michaels that has the month, so I thought it was a perfect divider for the calendar section. These are the Annie Plans Printables calendar. I think it's like the month on one sheet with notes section. So this is my June one. It has, this is what it has. It has the June calendar overview, and then it has like spaces for you to write down things. When I printed this not double-sided. I printed them just one-sided first, and then I flipped it over and I printed the back. On the back of it, I printed dot grid, so that I could write down more notes, and that works for me, because that way if I run out of space here, then I can write down any more dates or things that I have to do, or tasks, or whatever corresponds to that month. And then here I have a foldable calendar, which I think is going to be mostly like period related stuff, so I haven't filled it out yet. But I do have I also keep my calendar on my on an app on my phone. But you know how sometimes you go to a doctor and you have really bad reception, and then they always ask you like the first day of your period, and then you have to like be able to tell them. So that's why I wanted that fold out. Then the next section is, sorry, TMI, my plans section. And then here I have a little clear acetate paper with little gold dots. This is from Michaels. This one also has slits on it. I think. Didn't I cut the slits? Well, I might have not cut it, but I will cut it, because I mean I know I'm going to be pulling this out too. So this is my daily planner routine. Then here I have right now what I have is, let me show you a blank one. Okay, so this is what it looks like blank. These are the Peanuts Planner Co. daily untimed inserts. I don't know what number that these are. These are, but this is just a daily untimed insert, and that's what it's called. And then so what I've been doing right now this week is I started doing the little dailies. Here on the right side, I'm writing down my my meals, and then my water tracking, my exercise, and my meditation, and then everything on this side is pretty much task related. So everything that I have to do goes on this side because it's a bigger space. And then this is for today, and I'm obviously yeah, that's it. So then let me show you this little thing here. This one is an insert from Peanuts Planner Co. And it's 3 weekly trackers on one sheet. So it's like a full sheet, like a little, not full sheet, but pocket size sheet. And it has like 3 of them. 3 or 4, I think. It might be 3 in one sheet. So I decided to just cut them into small little pieces because I don't want to have a full sheet of a tracker and take up a lot of space. So I cut it into small little trackers, and I just cut little holes. I punched holes, and I have it here in between my dailies. And then when I'm done, I can pretty much just take it out or use a backside. And then here is my page marker that I had made a while back. It just pretty much has my key and the colors that I use, and that's pretty much it in there. Then my personal section has an Audrey Hepburn picture, and it says, in a world full of Kim Kardashians, be an Audrey. And then here's the Audrey fashion inspired page layout because I love neutral black and white colors. And then here is a neutral outfit color guide that tells you pretty much like which colors combine with what color, when in case you're like out there shopping. This one is a thyroid cheat sheet. It pretty much explains what each of these tests means. And that's because I have thyroid, and so I like to keep up to date, and I like to know, I do, like, I'm on top of it. And so every time I take a test or whatever, I like to see what each thing represents. And so if you have thyroid, let me know. You know, maybe we can share ideas or like eating tips or like foods to avoid. I've been researching a lot of foods and stuff. But anyways, family. In my family section, I have this song. It's called Bless the Broken Road, and that's because that's my hubby and my song. It when we started dating and going out, that song on our on this very special date that we had, I came home and I knew it. Like, I just knew that at that moment that, you know, that he was the one. And so that song was playing, and then I played it for him, and we both like just fell in love with that song. So yeah, romance story. Here is my husband information stuff, and there's a little clip art here. And then I just have blank note paper, and then here I have doggy stuff information. So a lot of the little clip art that you see here, I have it on my computer, and so I just started inserting clip art to make it look cute. And then here I have this little category one where I'm going to be tracking my dog's allergies. So that's why I was trying to figure out if I was going to use this one or maybe I should use another insert. I might use a pull-out insert. So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to use to track her allergies. And then here I just have blank paper so I can write down notes, parent stuff. Then my next section is my list. This one is the only one that has a tab on the side, and I made it really tiny so it wouldn't affect the pen. So when I close it, it actually ends up going under the pen, so it doesn't affect or get folded. And then here is my A to C index, and then I've been highlighting lists that I'm going to be adding here. I printed a new one compared to the last one that I had, because the last one I kind of tore it. But then I also realized that I didn't need to have so many lists unless I really need them. So now I'm sticking to just lists that I really need and that are crucial to, like, you know, my daily life. Or if I don't need it, I'm not going to just insert it there because I have it here. This is more like a reference. And so I put washi tape here so that every time I pull it out and stuff, it doesn't rip. Here I have, this is part of a Facebook group that I have, and it gives me the daily prompts for the Facebook group. And then these are just 10 tips for using a planner, something that I found in a magazine years ago. And then I have blank note paper in here that I stuck. This is from the Filofax. It came with the pocket planners. Whenever you purchase a pocket planner, they just give you a bunch of notes, so I save them all in case I need them. And then here are my A to C dividers. Now, previously in the last setup, I had different dividers, and so I can't remember what happened to the dividers. I just couldn't find them anywhere, and I sold my Vanderspec planner. That's what I did, and I think when I sold it, I might have left the tabs in there. But anyways, I was not gonna buy another set of tabs. I was contemplating whether I should buy new ones. And so I just came up with the idea of doing my own. So what I did is I used my label maker and I typed up the letters vertically. I changed the layout so it would be vertical. And then this is just black construction, I think it's black scrapbook paper. It was like a 12 by 12 piece that I had. And so I just traced the dividers that I had for a pocket size. And I pretty much just made myself some A to Z dividers. It was very cheap. It was like I won't say cheap, economical. And I did not spend any money doing these. So you guys can do it yourself. And then the last one I had to split it up because it wouldn't fit. So, but that's pretty much it. So behind each tab, I have like lists. Like before I turn 40, birthdays, And then I have a bucket list for places I want to see. And then I have, here I have gift ideas. And then here I don't have anything yet. Makeup products. And then here I have skincare. And then my thyroid friendly grocery guide. So like thyroid friendly foods. And that's pretty much it. In here, I have, let's see, do I have anything in here? I think I might have more of those, like, oh yeah, I can show you guys what they look like, blank. So these are the little weekly trackers that I was telling you guys about, and that's what they look like, blank, once they're cut. So I just have a bunch of them in here. That way, if I'm on the go or if I'm traveling and I need one, I can just pull it from the back pocket here. There. And that's all I have in this pocket. This Filofax Finsbury comes with a huge back pocket that you could put stuff in there. Right now I don't have anything in there. I had like a little bullet journal guide, but I took it out. And I'm just leaving it blank in case I need to put cash in there and stuff. So because of the 2 pens, it does close. I actually can close it. See, it closes fine. But since it's in my purse, I just pretty much leave it open. I'm not worried that anything will fall out. So it's okay. I just pretty much carry it like this. I think that's it. So I hope you guys, sorry, I totally blanked out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are as happy as I am to see my pocket set up and to see me back in pocket. Pocket is, I don't know, I feel like it's just very practical. It fits. The most important thing about this is that it fits in all of my purses. And the reason I decided to go back into this also was because I said my Astrology became more like my journal, and I will be traveling in July, and I like to have like everything in one place. So this will be perfect for when I'm traveling. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you guys. Bye bye.